they must have the taste of homemade food so they can stop by.
But it's not just a shopping experience. I mean, for people, let's say from England, we're used to high street shopping. It's not just going in under one roof and you go to many very famous brand names from around the world. It's also a lifestyle place. I mean, when you came, I remember your talk in January, you were launching it as the biggest beachfront leisure and shopping complex in Asia, right? So you've got these other leisure things. People can go shopping, but then they can catch a movie or other things. What else have you got there apart from the shops?
Well, the new thing that we just launched last month was the outdoor theater that we have been talking about since January. So they just launched with very comfortable seat on the beach lifestyle kind of theater way. So you have to try it out.
You've got a cinema upstairs. Is there bowling in there? I think there's other things like that as well on the leisure side.
Yes, we do. So there's a lot of things going on in there. Shopping, dining, lifestyle, both for adults and for children.
So have a look. Central Festival, Pattaya Beach. It's on the corner of Soi 9. It's a really big centre, and there's something for everybody, obviously, over there. And we thank you once more for being our partners for that great party on Wednesday night. Thank you so much.
Thank you for thinking of us.
Our main speaker today at the Pattaya Expats Club is the founder of Pattaya International Hospital, Dr. Sanya Viravaidya. And he's making his second appearance with us. He's a very charismatic speaker. And the club audience were spellbound for about an hour with his very wide-ranging talk. He was trained over in Australia, and he spent a couple of years as a resident in the hospital in Bangkok before deciding in 1974 to start an international clinic down in what was a small seaside town called Pattaya, against the advice of your friends, I understand. And this later became the Pattaya International Hospital at the beautiful site we see today, this architecturally beautiful building. And I'd like to compliment you on that to start with, because I think part of your vision of medical care is the environment plays a part in the healing process. Am I right about that?
Yes, I think everybody likes the green, particularly now. So we've been so green most of our history, and I think we try to keep it green today, or greener, and maintain it, because now we would be about the only spot that is full of green.
You had some fairly striking things to say today, really, about the commercial side of medicine, because the majority of the foreign residents here are probably from Britain. Maybe 65% of the community who are not used to commercial medicine. We have free hospital care, so there's a little bit of resistance, I would think, from them to pay large sums of money to these 5-star hospitals. And I think you have an issue with that as well, about the commercial medicine that is fairly prevalent here.
Yes, I think commercial medicine has been drifting in for about 15 years, and because the benefits are there for the big shareholders who are financiers, bankers, and they infect the doctors with incentives. So a lot of things are done unnecessarily, especially the investigations, expensive ones, without due process. And I think the point that I wanted to make to the audience today is to make sure that whatever you have done is really necessary, because there is a lead up to it, and you don't walk in and get bombarded by all sorts of tests without the due process. And I think the due process is for the patient to quiz the doctor, interrogate him as such. And I think this is such a thing can go on, and any doctor that takes offense, when you can change doctors.
Can you tell me what the vision of medical care is at your hospital, at the PIH?
I think I believe in optimal size and continuity, and something which everyone involved in the healthcare should be satisfied, because they know this is the lifestyle, every doctor will have a comfortable living, decent living, without getting rich. It's difficult. They should change jobs if they're looking for the big money. At the same time, I think hospitals should make a decent profit, but not obscene. Therefore, to emphasize profits, gross income, instead of quality, satisfaction, and lack of litigation, I think is the real key.
You had some issues as well with the health insurance companies, if they're going to pay out or not. What was that about?
Basically, I think that tell the customers that everything will be paid for. But when they deal with the hospital, each patient doesn't know that what's not paid for by the insurance. So what we've done in the outpatients is that the patient pays first and then collects from the insurance companies, because then they'll know for sure. And at the same time, if we go after patients to pay 200 baht, 500 baht, they get offended. They think we're cheating, we're lying. But when they see it themselves, now they know that actually, 50 baht, 200 baht, 500 baht, it's not much. But if you multiply that by several hundred, it does come to a significant sum. And the insurance companies, they tell you afterwards that we won't pay for this, for that, and so on. So, we're in a bit of a bind, and the best way to solve it is to tell the patients that actually they don't pay for it, and you can experience this by claiming it yourself.
It was interesting listening to the questions section after your presentation. You got some very good compliments about your hospital's quality of care. There were satisfied customers whose wives had had operations, and it all seemed like you're doing a really good job at your hospital.
Well, I think that's my aim. I think that when you become a doctor, you have certain dreams, and if you gave me 100 million, it wouldn't really satisfy me, because that's not where the itch is. And if doctors only dream about money, care about money, I think they're in the wrong profession. And through my career, I think the greatest satisfaction has been the contentment and the satisfaction of the patients, of the relatives. And this is where I think we need to get back to core beliefs, core business, and doctors should not try to fleece and maximize on everything, because in the end there's always an equalizer, and once you get hit with a lawsuit, everything crumbles. If there was any dream there, that goes too.
I want to thank you for coming in as our main speaker today, because it was a very educational talk. I mean, these guys come for knowledge. They don't come for a sales pitch by any particular company. They come to learn things. That's the idea of the Pattaya Expats Club. So I want to thank you for that, but I also want to thank you for the care that you take of our expats every single week, because the hospital has a health check desk every week in our foyer, where they're doing blood sugar tests, blood groups, lung function tests. So if you come down to the Pattaya Expats Club any Sunday, you can meet the staff of Pattaya International Hospital, and they'll help you free of charge on the spot in the Pattaya Expats Club. That's a great service. Thank you very much for keeping it going. It's been a couple of years now, I think, that we've had this facility. Thank you once again for coming in and being a great speaker.
Thank you very much.